mammoths. The hero was coming, I'm locked in. You know that I'm winning, I'm top 10. You know that I came from the dog pen. You want it, you get it, you drop dead. The rebel who came from the bottom. My enemies know that I got it. I'm planting my seeds in gardens, then watching them sprout and harvest. The greatest was always in my plans. Battle the kid is white flags. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city, they need me, it's clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the...
Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy in storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit, look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick, gotta pick fleas. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. Icy ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace.
The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the... The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the...
the second consecutive night from the Eagles' nest of Big Walnut High School here in Sunbury, Ohio. Big Walnut Golden Eagles looking to avenge their loss last night, a 17-pointer. Bright spot, though, Eli Stump showed up big time, but Olentangy on a 3-game winning streak, trying to make it 4 as they invade the Eagles' nest. Stay with us for the pregame show. I got Gregg Collins with me in the booth.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Bryce McCruter with the OH Report, and it is time for the OH Report pregame show. I'm joined in the booth by Gregg Collins. Gregg, how you doing?
Doing great. Good to be here.
Here in the Eagles' nest for the second consecutive night as we're observing the Golden Eagles in our series of Big Walnut games this season. Total of 10 between the boys and the girls scheduled for us. Let's go ahead and jump into the pregame show as we feature the Olentangy Braves, the away team in this season. They're 7-2, coached by John Feasel, 2-1 in the conference. Looking at some of their offensive stats, 61.8 points per game, over 10 offensive rebounds a game, 42% from the field, and 30% from the three-point line. And you got an opportunity to talk to some of the coaches on the sideline.
Well, let me tell you, I don't want to say how old I am, but Coach Feasel there played 8th grade basketball for me at Olentangy. And at the end of the bench in a wheelchair is his father, who is John Feasel, who was the head coach at Olentangy at that time. And you look at Johnny right there, and he looks old, so I guess that shows you how old I am. But Johnny shared with me, as did the coaches from Big Walnut, these two teams seem to be identical. They look alike. They like to run. They will shoot the three. They like to play man-to-man defense. Olentangy might extend it a little bit more than Big Walnut, but you know, it's really two identical teams. And as you went over the stats are pretty identical also.
And we will take a brief pause for the national anthem.
The privilege of this game was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy.
We'll take a brief pause and then we'll resume the OH Report pregame show.
And standing as we proudly join in the singing of our national anthem.
concluding the pregame festivities with the national anthem. Let's go ahead and take a look at our player spotlight. And difficult one for Olentangy. A lot of guys contributing in a lot of different ways. Going to give the nod to Jackson Mangham. 9.7 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, and shooting 50% from the field. And he's an intelligent rim protector at that power forward position.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching him play as Coach Feasel talks about him. Really talks about the entire basketball team, about how they're playing together. Now, listen, they just got back from Florida. What a great team bonding situation by traveling to Florida, playing in a tournament, playing 3 games. Now listen, you have great weather and you come back winning all 3, that's a pretty darn good Christmas present, a late Christmas present. But the team bonding that went on down there has to benefit this team the remainder of the season.
Returning back to Ohio with some fresh tans and some fresh confidence as well.
Oh, I'm sure they're happy to be back.
I'm sure. Let's take a look at our keys to victory for the Braves tonight. They're going to need pristine ball movement. We saw a little bit of it about how it kind of tore apart the Big Walnut defense yesterday. That ball movement, specifically the skip passes, getting them out of position. They're going to need to anticipate the Eagles' aggression. The Eagles just coming out of football season where they went into the Final Four. A lot of guys playing football also on this basketball team as well, and some of that unpent aggression, you know, trying to make that transition not necessarily as smooth, really trying to anticipate that and utilize that as much to their advantage as possible.
Well, yeah, those are 2 big keys. Now, let me add a third one. Since both teams like to get out and run, and they will shoot the 3, especially the open 3, conversion defense, going from offense to defense, is going to be a key tonight. Which team is able to stop the dribble, match up on the perimeter the quickest, is going to have an advantage.
As they announce the starting 5 for the Big Walnut Golden Eagles, let's take a look at our team spotlight for them tonight. And 5-3 on the season, 1-2 in the Ohio Capital Conference, looking to even things up, losing to Hayes, but winning against Pearsall, Marion, and Beechcroft. Taking a look at some of the stats: 61.9 points per game, 48% from the field, 34.1 3-point percentage, and 78% from the free throw line. Defensively, 62 deflections, 47 steals, and 23 blocks on the year.
Well, I'll tell you, Buck, one big win that they had was New Albany. New Albany's had a very good basketball tradition. This year they have, I know it's a winning record. I think they're somewhere like 6-7-2. Anyway, one of their losses is the Big Walnut. Now, yeah, you saw them play last night. They struggled against a very good Delaware Hayes team, but there have been a lot of teams that have struggled against Hayes.
Getting ready to tip things underway.
It's not often you see a couple of players at 6'9", jumping center, and both of them have perimeter skills.
Equally matched, and into the corner already. A quick 3 for Quentin Page is offline. Braden McCruter into his hands, and already a rebound for the Golden Eagles.
Well, again, we said both teams like to shoot the 3, especially if they're open. He was open, just couldn't connect.
Bauer sending it back down low. Back out to the perimeter. McCruter picked up on the double team. Too much mustard off the backboard, but Brody Hatfield coming in for a nice putback.
Well, McCruter posting up did a nice little post move. I don't think he likes to go in the post tremendous amount, but there's Hatfield to clean it up, as you said.
And pass intercepted by Brody Hatfield down low. A turnover for Olentangy. McCruter will take it up for the one-handed jam.
Now, I said he doesn't like it inside. He doesn't like to post up as much. But boy, he does a great job on transition. Outruns Olentangy and gets the dunk.
Looking baseline, but another turnover for Olentangy, just a bit too jumpy. Brody Hatfield looking into the corner for Eli Stumpf, but no good that time. And another look at that huge dunk.
Turnover for Olentangy. McCruter will take it up for the one-handed jam.
He knows what to do with it. He knows how to finish.
Now Hatfield setting up the offense.
Now, Brody Hatfield's their leading scorer. You tell me, is he the go-to scorer for this team in the half court?
Sometimes. So a lot of times he will try to pull up around 15 feet. Definitely a good three-point shooter as well. Likes to take it to the basket. I think he is 20 for 20 from the free throw line on the season so far this year. Also turned to Eli Stump for a lot of those aggressive drives too, but we'll take a look at our player spotlight at the next dead ball. Braden McCruter will be that player spotlight.
Well, he just had a nice move, just couldn't finish. We said both teams like to get out and run, and that's what we've seen so far. Both teams like to get out and transition. I tell you, Olentangy, they do a good job with deflections and a great job with steals. They average over 12 steals a game.
Good look there, a battle inside, and a foul is called on the loose ball. And taking a look at that player spotlight. And again, Braden McCruter, and he's a hidden senior gem. Last year he played a lot of JV, and we kind of had that question. I think I saw him dunk 6 times in a JV game and wondered why he wasn't getting those minutes. But finally happy to see him getting some of those contribution opportunities. And he's really converted well with 11.1 points per game, shooting 59% from the field, and has 12 blocks, so aggressive on the defensive front as well.
Well, he's kind of the modern day big player. I mean, it used to be if you were 6'9", you didn't leave the block. Nowadays, you got to be able to be at least 15 feet and in, and he certainly can play 15 feet out, and he has shot the 3 also.
So underneath the basket is where they'll take it out. Olentangy with it, both sides with 1 team foul.
Big Walnut, of course, playing all man-to-man so far.
That one just rims out, but on the rebounding exchange, it's off Bowers, and we'll take a look at the keys to victory for the Big Walnut Golden Eagles. And tonight they're going to need those energy plays early to get this team energized after a lag of a night last night, and they're going to need to control the pace of play. We talked a little bit about it already, but getting out there quickly, but also that transition from offense to defense.
Well, you're right about being resilient. You know, you get beat last night by a quality team, but you get beat, and the game was here, correct?
Yes.
The game was here at Big Walnut. You know, how do the kids react tonight? Now,
yes, the game was
it's
here
been a
at
few
Big
years.
Walnut.
I told you that I started
how
my
did the
coaching
kids react
and teaching
tonight?
at Olentangy schools, but that was a long, long time ago. But Olentangy Big Walnut was a rivalry back then. I asked both coaches about it, and they said, well, not so much now. We're in different divisions. We haven't played each other every year like back then. They used to be in the same conference, but you know, still, it's an important game, I'm sure, and I can tell you these kids are going to be more resilient than I am.
Definitely looking to bounce back, and that was a key feature of their football program, was the resilience and the ability to bounce back in tough situations. A lot of overtime victories for them.
And here comes that full court pressure that Olentangy likes to have. They are quick to get back, but very nice pass inside.
And McCruter already with 4 points on the night.
But it was a great job passing the ball up the court, breaking the pressure with the pass, and then making that extra pass inside.
Driving is Walburn, dishing it out to Hire. No good on the tray. Rebound goes to Big Walnut, now with pace. Pull it back out to set up the offense.
Olentangy has yet to hit a 3, but I think they've had good looks. They just haven't knocked them down. But Coach Feasel has mentioned, you know, we've been a little inconsistent.
Whacked going to the basket, and Brody Hatfield will go to the line for 2. That's an interesting point. I mean, you want to give your team the green light and have the confidence for them to shoot the ball. But when it's not falling, when do you kind of transition into that, well, we need to get more quality looks and we need to start approaching the basket as opposed to pulling it back out?
You're right. You're right. If they have the ability, and again, I have not seen Olentangy play, if they can attack closeouts. I have a feeling they can attack closeouts. but you're right there, what you said in the beginning. If they're good shooters, if they've proven that they have a good percentage, then you got to let them shoot. But when you look at Olentangy stats, they have some guys that are shooting around 33, 35%. That's good, not great. And then they have some kids that are really struggling. If you're struggling, yeah, I want you to attack the rim. Get to the paint.
They definitely have the size as well. Some guys 6'6", 6'7", 6'9", as we said earlier. Now on the ground to scramble for the ball. Finally coming up with it is Pollock, who finds Eli Stumpf.
Nice pull up.
Corner.
Brody Hatfield could not get all the way to the basket. There was
Nice
too much
pull up.
blue around, as you saw, but he pulled up with a jumper, which you don't see a lot these days.
3 feet inside the three-point line, and he converts, but at the basket, there's a foul called.
There's an example of a 6'9" young man that's able to put the ball on the floor by facing the basket. Nice job of putting the ball on the floor and drawing the foul.
Another look at that shot from Brody Hatfield into the
Nice pull up.
corner. Just hanging a bit. The first free throw.
Now, you've done a lot more games this year than I have, but that's where he shot from. In today's Big Walnut gym, you see the black area outside the red paint, inside the three-point line. There are teams that will go a whole game without shooting in that black. It's either in the paint or it's outside the three. That's a forgotten shot, but he made it look good.
Definitely a lost art and something you'd see a lot in like the 80s and 90s.
Oh,
NBA.
no question.
The Golden Eagles, a team that relies heavily on the fundamentals in that old school basketball showing through, but that one an errant pass as it's through the hands of Jake Neff and out of bounds.
Well, 5 minutes into the game, and
that one an errant pass
actually
as
about
it's
six,
through
about
the
5
hands
minutes in. Both
of
teams
Jake
with 3
Neff and out of
turnovers.
bounds.
And as you went over the stats at the beginning of the game, both teams really do a good job of handling the ball. And as I say that, I jinx them again.
Both teams with
And
3
here is another
turnovers.
turnover.
And as you went over the stats,
Well, we can always
at the
turn
beginning of the
to
game,
turnovers are created by good
both teams
defense,
really
right?
do
That's
a
what
yeah,
we're
good
well,
job
witnessing
of
here.
handling the ball.
Well, pretty much
as I
that's the way
say
it's
that,
been. You're right. But and there's a difference between good turnovers and bad turnovers. Bad turnovers is a bad pass that leads to a run out and a McCruter dunk. That's a good turnover where it's out of bounds and they have to set it up.
Now with speed, pulling up from 3 feet behind the three-point line. No good is higher. Rebound goes to the Golden Eagles. Attacking the rim aggressively. Stumpf is fouled, and they'll say it's on the floor. Third team foul for the Braves.
That's what I like to see. If it's a poor closeout, and closeout, what I mean, I'm sure our viewers know, but it's when the defense is coming to guard the shooter, the ball handler. If it's a poor closeout, poor defense, attack it. That time he was able to get into the paint, draw the foul. If he didn't draw the foul, it would have been a layup.
And an offensive foul called off the ball. We'll take another look at that
It's a
one.
poor closeout, poor defense, attack it. That time he was able to get into the paint, draw the foul.
Just a
If
moving
he didn't
screen,
draw the
it
foul, it
looks
would have
like.
been a layup.
Well,
An offensive.
I don't know if that young man played football, but again, as you said, when you're a football player, you learn how to block.
As we approach the 2-minute mark, if you'd like to see your business featured on Big Walnut basketball games this season, contact Brian Skoronsky with a call or text at 970-629-0006. That's 970-629-0006. All Eagles game will be broadcast live and free on OH Report YouTube and Facebook channels. Got a total of 10 for you between the boys and the girls this year.
Well, one team got the charge, and the next time down, the other team gets the charge. So,
at the free throw line, looking down low. From 3. And Stumpf was the silver lining of last night's loss, had over 20 points and really put on a showing in the fourth quarter with his aggression at the basket, taking it to the basket into the heart of 4 white jerseys.
And Stumpf was the silver
look
lining
back
of
at Eli
last
Stumpf's
night's
shot. We have a
loss,
saying
had
in
over 20
basketball,
points and
hand down, man
really put
down.
on a showing
And
in
I
the
think
fourth
the
quarter
player
with
that
his
was guarding
aggression at the
Eli had good position with his feet. He just had his hands down. And again, when your hands down, your
From
man's
three.
down, and there he goes. Just knocks down a long-range three.
Stumpf was the
Another look at that one, just completely in rhythm, great flow on the shot. Already a commanding lead for Big Walnut with minute 32 remaining in the first quarter.
Olentangy just 5 points, just struggling to find points. Now they're at 6. They haven't played since their return from Florida, I think soon after the New Year's.
A little bit of jet lag, perhaps.
Or too much celebrating after a big championship down there. Who knows?
Sure, winning a championship down in Florida, that's got to be a dream for a high schooler.
Well, I tell you, just to be down there in the sun is a gift. Here's the steal.
Taking it up, and with the layup on the right hand, gets it in.
Nice steal, nice hand defensively, and gets the steal and goes coast to coast with a little pressure and finishes. You see Olentangy trying to get a little movement, but another steal by Carson Scholl.
Carson Scholl thinking about it as he pulls up, sends it out to Eli Stumpf, and he says, I will. Offline, though. Rebound goes to Bowers. An intended receiver, I think, was Scholl there, but Neff thought it was to him and deflected it out of bounds.
I got to tell you about Carson Scholl, number 34. His father, who we were just talking to a little bit, Tommy, played for me in high school, and in our state championship game, Tommy scored 35 points and didn't miss a shot.
Wow.
So somebody today asked me if that was a record, and I said, well, I know nobody's done better.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible.
So Carson's got a lot to live up to. But
yeah.
He's a fine young man, and he's only a sophomore.
And I've really been impressed with the green light they give him to shoot. Last night wasn't his night, but they really do trust him from beyond the arc. After 1 quarter of play, though, the Big Walnut Golden Eagles are leading this one 15-6. Stay with us for second quarter action. Coming up next.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Eight minutes of play in the book, joining you for second quarter action here in the Eagles' Nest of Big Walnut High School. And after 1 quarter of play, the Golden Eagles leading this one 15-6 over the Olentangy original Braves. I've heard a lot of names called for Olentangy. I've heard original, I've heard the Olentangy. Do you have a preference?
Well, when I was there was the only Olentangy.
Right. So many
so
of them now.
Yeah, you're right. I don't. Are they? I don't know. Are they just called? Is it Olentangy
yeah.
Pal or is? I don't know.
Yeah, just Olentangy. I'm a little partial to the Olentangy. Kind
There
of
you
reminds me
go.
of the Ohio State University.
There you go. I'm sure that people of Liberty and Orange don't like that a lot.
Turnover as McCruter just fights to keep it in bounds, but is unsuccessful.
Well, I'll tell you, in the first quarter, both teams average about 11, 12 turnovers a game. But Olentangy had 7. Big Walnut had 5. Abnormal for both those teams. And, you know, as you said, a lot of it's the defense. They like to put a little bit of pressure on the defense. So I think both coaches would like to put a little bit more pressure than what they do.
Giving them a little bit of space here, not much at all. Scholl crossed up and a fadeaway shot, no good. A battle for the rebound, and it ends up in the hands of McCruter again, who's having a strong night on the boards.
Nice
backdoor is beautiful.
Very nice backdoor cut. Very nice backdoor pass. I think that was
nice backdoor.
Ponder,
Beautiful.
wasn't it, that made that pass? Very good.
Very nice
pass.
Backdoor cut. Very nice
Here's another
backdoor
good
pass.
post
I
entry.
think
Just
that
can't
was
finish.
Ulysses Ponder, wasn't it, that made that pass?
And Drew Harris,
Very good
was
bounce
the
pass.
recipient.
There's
of that
Scholl
pass.
from downtown.
Scholl pulling up
Here's
from
another
deep,
good
and
post entry. Just
look
can't
at
finish.
that green light. Rebound goes to Bauer. Scholl fighting hard for
Harris
it.
was the recipient.
One more
There's
time.
Scholl
Drew
from
Harris,
downtown.
only a
Pulling up from
freshman,
deep, and
called up from the JV squad
look
where I
at that
have him
green
listed on
light.
my roster here.
Rebound goes to Bauer.
Well,
Scholl
they're just
fighting
doing
hard.
a much better job at rebounding, offensive rebounding, loose balls. You know, Coach Feasel of Olentangy can't be happy with just the effort. Now, we were concerned about Big Walnut's effort after last night's game. Well, I think we can put that to rest. They're playing pretty hard. They're playing very aggressive, and they're really playing harder than their opponent right now.
That can always be such a wild card, you know, even
Well,
for
it
a
is.
team like Ohio State where
Yeah.
they lost to Michigan, and you wonder kind of what team are we going to see in the next time we see them. And tonight I think it was kind of the same question as there's a travel on the floor.
Well, when it comes to Ohio State, you
What
tell me,
team
'cause I
are
have
we
no
going to
idea how they
see
go
in the
from
next
one to the other.
time
I mean,
we
they
see
went
them?
from
And tonight I think it was
one
kind of the
extreme
same question.
to
Is
the
there's
other
a travel
extreme.
on the floor.
Well,
yeah.
when it
It's a little
comes
bit of
to
what we're seeing now almost, though. I mean, Big Walnut coming out with some fire in their gut, and only 10 minutes of play as the clock continues to tick. And they've got a commanding lead of 13.
Well, a 13-point lead is a good lead, but it's certainly not a comfortable lead when, you know, you have an Olentangy team, as is Big Walnut, that likes to score off turnovers, likes to score off their defense, likes to press. They can create some offense
off
with their
turnovers,
defense.
likes to
It
score
hasn't
off their
happened yet,
defense,
but
likes
this year
to
they have been
press.
able to do that.
They can create.
So both teams with one team foul per side. Total came down to 5-4 last quarter. Big Walnut putting Olentangy in the bonus, but resetting at the quarter.
Little weave action going on by Big Walnut.
Now
Nice
trapped.
post entry.
Scholl
Another
making an
post
extra
entry.
pass.
Nice power move.
First, I wasn't so sure. I thought take it up, but that pass ended up making all the difference on that play.
It did. 2 very nice interior passes.
The cap on the rim will not come lifted in that possession.
Boy, and it is. It's just a lid on that rim right now for Olentangy.
And a foul on the floor using
Nice post
to
entry.
block.
Another
making an
post
beautiful
entry.
pass.
Pass down
Nice
from one
power
block
move.
to the other, and a timeout is called by Olentangy.
Well, they've got their work cut out for them, and it's a good timeout by Coach Feasel right now because momentum, effort, energy is all on Big Walnut right now. They're the first one to the loose balls. They're limiting Olentangy to one shot at their end, but they're getting multiple shots when they shoot the basketball. And they really haven't started to get hot yet from the three. I think they've hit one maybe. So there's even more potential for Big Walnut, but Olentangy, they got to stop the bleeding somehow, and it's going to start with defense. You've got to get some stops, and maybe some stops that create some turnovers, that create some easy baskets. But they're just, as you said, there's a lid on the basket for them.
And as a coach, what are you trying to, get across to them to motivate them to continue to shoot the ball, continue to look for good shots when they're just not falling?
Well, I think their threes have been good looks. They've been wide open, and you got to shoot those. You got to spread the floor. Some of their shots inside the 3-point line area have been contested. They've been tough shots. And I don't know if they have the ability to offensive rebound. I know they don't have a lot this year. But somehow they got to get an offensive board, something to get some easy points. Another turnover, though.
Stumpf driving with the right hand, a tough shot offline. Rebound to
Here
Jackson
they're out
Mangham.
running, which is what they want to do. Nice move.
A lot of contact, but no foul called. Golden Eagles with a shot to extend this lead even further. Attacking the basket is Pollock. Pollock can't get it to go from 6 feet. But it is really interesting to see kind of the schematic, the offensive schematic that the Big Walnut Golden Eagles run when they have kind of that 2 forward front where they will use Pollock and Bowers interchangeably, but at the same rate, they also have a lot of looks.
Well, they're going 5 out, and a screen on the ball and a roll in the lane was wide open. No help at all.
And Scholl taking no time at all to get that basket back, responding with the 3-pointer.
Yeah, when that guy's open, he's going to knock it down. You can't let him get a good look.
Ulysses Ponder, the captain point guard, trying to set up the offense. He finds higher, and it goes over the backboard, and the shooting woes continue.
And a screen
Well, he
on
had
the
a big
ball
man
and a
recruiter
roll,
coming
and the
after
lane
him,
was
so
wide
here's
open.
Scholl's
No help at all.
And it's just a great pass. Hit him right where he could catch it, put it into the shooting pocket, go up and knock down the 3.
Now facing a full court press. McCruter finds the inbound, and it's right back to him. Crossing half court easily. Hatfield will work on Ponder.
Taking their time now. They'll go 5 out, as you see so much in high school basketball now. Teams playing with 5 guys around the perimeter.
Stumpf,
Good
a
look.
3-pointer from the top of the key. And another 3-pointer for Big Walnut.
And another sophomore knocks down a long 3.
Nice Euro step, but can't find the basket this time. Mangham will make his way up the floor.
Nice pass.
Great hesitation as well by Pollock to get it in, and contact made. They let him play. A 3-pointer, a deep one at that, is offline. Ty Walburn, the shooter.
And again, 1 shot, that's all Olentangy is getting.
McCruter takes it baseline and underneath the basket, a beautiful play.
That was very nice. Again,
McCruter
good ball
takes it
handler, especially
baseline
for
and
a young man
underneath
that's
the basket.
6'9", up and under, using the backboard, the rim as a protector, uses his left hand. That was a big-time play. Things are going from bad to worse right now for the Braves. Big Walnut with 1:51 would love to get a little bit of a run here and make a very comfortable lead come halftime.
And with 1:51, they get the ball inbounds.
And they've had a lot of luck, a lot of success going with the 5 out. Here they go with a pin down, but then they step, well, now we're going to have a post up, penetration, pitch.
Stumpf in rhythm, can't get it to go this time though. Mangham the rebound. Great cross up by Quentin Page.
Nice pass.
Even greater pass into the hands of Robert Page.
Page with a great cut, but a very nice penetration and pitch. Far and few between those easy baskets or easier baskets that Olentangy is getting.
And pummels the guy down low on the block. It'll be an offensive foul.
That's the third offensive foul we've had tonight. Those are turnovers, so that will be the 8th turnover on Big Walnut.
Again, a little bit of that football aggression from the tight end.
Put that shoulder down and go through a guy.
60 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A 21-point lead for Big Walnut over Olentangy. And a lot of contact down low. A reaction from the student section as well. Take another look at that one as he looked to take it baseline and just trapped. Took it up and lost his footing and fell backwards. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, they're going to have to take it out. I think they did call it on the ground, so that is just 3 team fouls this quarter for Big Walnut, 2 for Olentangy. But Olentangy needs to string some points together.
Ponder trying to find some space. They'll call a reach-in foul and he'll take it underneath the basket.
Good job by Big Walnut there. They had the man in the corner, Ponder with the ball in the corner, and Big Walnut was not going to let him come back out front with it. Keep him in the corner, have defensive rotation, protect the basket. They fouled that time, but that's Big Walnut's philosophy. Force to the left side and force as deep as you can get them.
Fighting inside for the basket is Mangham, and just no space at all to take that one up. Great defense down low.
Nice move inside, just couldn't finish. Now with 30 seconds left, is Big Walnut with a good lead here? Do they just try to go for the last shot? Looks like they're going to be content with 1. Go back to the weave.
And they'll call a foul before the jump ball.
Well, or timeout.
Oh, a timeout call.
Real quick by Big Walnut.
Both teams with 4 remaining, and a look at the scoring breakdown this quarter, 16-4. And all night long, it's gone the way of the Golden Eagles.
Hell, it has. Again, they came out playing harder, and they've continued through 2 quarters. You know, Coach Fiesel's got his work cut out for him at halftime. As you know, both teams average around in the low 60s. Well, right now we're almost at halftime, and Olentangy has 10. You know, you know offensively they're struggling. But you pointed out, it's not just them that's struggling. It's Big Walnut's playing very good, sound defense, limiting to 1 shot, and besides some open threes, really not giving any good looks at the basket.
With less than 20 seconds remaining, we'll see if they do indeed hold for the last shot after the foul.
I'll be surprised if they don't.
Stay with us through halftime as we bring you the OH Report halftime show.
Down to 1.
Hatfield, a long 3, and he drains it.
That's exactly how they drew it up, isn't it? Right there at the court.
From the volleyball line, steps into a 3-pointer, and nothing but net. After 2 quarters of play, the Big Walnut Golden Eagles leading this one 34-10 over the Olentangy Braves. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
you'd like to see your business featured on Big Walnut basketball games this season, contact Brian Skronsky with a call or text at 970-629-0006. That's 970-629-0006. All Eagles games will broadcast live and free on OH Report YouTube and Facebook channels across 10 games. Bryce McCruter with the OH Report, and we are here in the Eagles Nest for the OH Report halftime show. And after 2 quarters of play, the Big Walnut Golden Eagles are leading this one 34-10 over the Olentangy Braves. And across 16 minutes, it has been all Golden Eagles so far tonight.
Just Big Walnut has been putting on a show. And, you know, we were concerned, as we talked about a couple of times, how would Big Walnut respond after that loss last night? And they've responded in a positive way. They've just come out and a better effort, better aggressiveness, better.
A lot more refined as well.
Oh, no question, no question. And, you know, just doing every part of the game so much better than what Olentangy is. They're defensively, they're giving good pressure. They're limiting Olentangy to 1 shot. At the offensive end, they're able to run their stuff. They're getting good looks at the basket, and if they miss, they're getting second and sometimes third chances. That's a recipe to have success. And if you're John Feasel and Olentangy, you go in at halftime and you say, fellas, listen, we've scored 10 points. We can't do any worse.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
But why is it that we have 10 points? And you just go over the little things. And I think it's more effort and intensity that Big Walnut's showing than Olentangy. And we'll see if Olentangy comes out and responds. If anybody was going to have an off night tonight, you would have thought it would be Big Walnut, like we said, because of last night's game. Olentangy's coming off a trip in Florida where they won a championship. They got to be feeling good about themselves. They've had a few days to rest. But these are young kids. And that's why I have no hair, because I coached young kids for so long that you don't know how they're going to come out and play when the ball and the lights come on.
Definitely taking a look at the halftime stats for Olentangy. 3 field goals, no 3-pointers, 10 rebounds, 9 turnovers, 6 fouls, 4 for 5 from the free throw line. For Big Walnut, 8 field goals, 4 3-pointers, 15 rebounds, 8 turnovers, 9 fouls, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Well, we said Olentangy likes to shoot threes. Well, he can shoot threes, but they got to start making some threes. But what number that really surprised me would be the turnovers. Both teams more turnovers than what they average in a half. Again, nice move inside, but 1 shot's all Big Walnut gives them.
Brody Hatfield trapped in the key. And they're going to call foul on the arm, this time on Ponder.
I'm sure if you're Olentangy, you would like to. Here's another offensive foul. But if you're Olentangy, you'd like to create some offense through maybe your defense. There was a time there where they had a run where they scored 2 consecutive baskets, which is not easy to do when you only score 10 points in 16 minutes. But they had the start of a run. But right away, Big Walnut stalled that in the first half and kept the bleeding going.
With a 24-point lead, Big Walnut leading this one 34-10 here in the 3rd quarter. Moving it around the perimeter, getting a look inside to Mangham. Now looking baseline down low to Walburn, and some life from Olentangy now on a nice pass.
It was a nice pass by Mangham and a better move down at this end. Nice transition move against the full court pressure. Used his right hand so he could protect the ball from the defense. Drew the foul and gets to go with the and one. This is the old-fashioned three-point play, which coaches love.
Jackson Bowers will look to convert that three-point play, and that's exactly what he does. The hot streak continues for the Eagles here. Looking to change their fortunes.
Again, Olentangy playing with a 5 out. Both teams doing a lot of the 5 away from the paint area. Trying to open up the lane. There we go, open it up for a little penetration.
And a good look inside, but Quentin Page just can't get the basket to drop.
And again, loose ball, and who comes up with it? Big Walnut.
Those effort, hustle opportunities for them have
Coach
made all
Stump
the
has
difference.
to be excited about his effort tonight.
From the corner, Bowers is going to try a 3, but no luck that time. Good open look for him, but will give the Braves an opportunity to cut this lead. And still no luck for them as it's off the front iron into the hands of Eli Stump. A great read from Ulysses Ponder on the steal. Now flying into the lane, he puts it off the backboard, and it's good for 2.
Good transition. Right away, Big Walnut. That's a great way to respond.
It's almost like they're taking the points scored against them personally. Like they got to get them right back immediately.
Well, they're competitors. But again, you know, we said to get back in this game, Olentangy has to make a run, has to get some defensive stops. We talk about in basketball on defense getting a kill. A kill is 3 consecutive defensive stops. Olentangy gets a run out, they get a layup. Can they make another stop? No, they end up giving an uncontested layup at the other end.
And a great look inside for Mangham, but he just can't get the basket to go. Inside, a great look on the pass, but jumping in on that one is Quentin Page forcing the jump ball. The possession arrow goes the way of Big Walnut. Brody Hatfield, the only scorer in double digits tonight. He has 11. And Bowers quickly off the inbound gets it 2.
Nice cut to the basket, nice inbounds play. Another turnover.
Now with numbers, Hatfield, the no-look pass. Stump can't get the basket to go, and Neff is fouled.
Well, let's look at an example. Here's the layup. Very nice pass. Missed. Who's hustling down the court? Big Walnut. Big Walnut's hustling down the court, so they get a second, actually what, a third chance? Second chance, I think, at scoring.
Jake Neff at the line will have a chance for 2. He's a safety and also the kicker on the football team. I once watched him kick a 51-yard field goal.
Jeez. So you're telling me he could probably kick one from right here, maybe kick it in?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
He might be
yeah,
an
yeah.
15-footer. Does he have the touch?
Yeah. Also the punter as well. A lot of corner coffins for him too. Page takes it to the basket strong, and he's fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2.
Well, again, the lane opened up a little bit on the left side. He was able to take advantage of it. They forced left, but they really don't want to force in the paint. That time he was able to get to the paint, draw the foul. It's tough to give help when a guy is going north-south. When it's a direct line drive, it's difficult to give defensive help.
Both teams with 3 team fouls with 5:09 remaining in the third quarter.
We might get to the bonus this half. This
Very
quarter.
well may. With the new OHSAA rule change that happened last year, quarters reset the team fouls, and at 5, You'll go into the bonus and shoot 2, no more 1-and-1s.
I tell you, I've been fortunate enough to coach some teams overseas, and everywhere in the world they play like this. I think it's a great rule change. I'm looking forward to the men's college changing to this, and they will soon.
Will be a great look, and it's definitely added a different dynamic.
There's an
to
offensive
high school
board,
basketball.
far and few between for Olentangy, and they take advantage.
And some much-needed life. The Olentangy fans are elated.
It's been a long time coming, hitting a 3.
And you can already see the energy on defense as they look to trap. Now Pollock underneath and responds immediately.
And he was just too big and strong. He had his man pinned inside. It was Katie bar the door. He was going to score.
Now Ponder takes it up to the basket as he's fouled.
That's a strong young man. When he gets the ball 4 or 5 feet from the basket, it's going to be tough to defend him. Olentangy comes right back with a nice drive and a chance to go to the line and connect on a couple. But again, you know, we got 4 minutes. Half this quarter is over. 4 minutes to go. Olentangy's got to make a run right now.
With the free throw, they continue to chip away at the lead. Lead now cut to 23. They'll have a chance to cut it to 22. But in a game that has seldom seen energy from Olentangy so far, now coming alive here in the third quarter.
Well, their full court pressure is not able to create anything tonight. It's been right now it's very, very passive.
And it looks like that will be foul called on the defense. I thought maybe it was a moving screen, but they'll call it.
I wasn't sure which way they were going to call that either. Now we're going to be shooting after this.
Each team with 4 team fouls.
Which tells me if you're Olentangy, be aggressive. Try to go to the line with the clock stopped, try to score some points.
Especially,
there's a steal.
You look at the guys who are in foul trouble, and it's Pollock and Brody Hatfield, some key contributors. Now another try at 3, higher offline. Page tries the rebound, but it goes to Big Walnut. Now Brody Hatfield flying into the basket, too much. They call a foul on the loose ball.
But, you know, if you're a coach, Coach Stumpf is probably saying, you know, we've been aggressive the whole game. That's great. You know, yeah, you went over the back. You got called for an offensive foul, for an over the back foul, an offensive foul. But listen, that's what got us here, is that aggressiveness.
Now going to the line for 2 is Robert Page, the 6-foot freshman.
I've heard a lot of good things about this young man. 6 foot, again, only a freshman. He's got a bright future from here.
He converts both the free throws. Still got to respect the battle and the drive of Olentangy as they look to get something going. Not quite sure what.
I think maybe they gave a warning to the Olentangy bench.
Huh. All the same. No.
I'm sure there's a little bit of frustration over there by players and coaches.
Hatfield running the weave. Stumpf pulling up, hitting the face, and they will call a late foul. I do think that's the right decision.
I agree. I think the whistle was just a little hesitant on it, but I think he did get hit. There you go, maybe right in the face. And, you know, I don't know about you, but I wasn't a very good shooter anyway. If I got hit in the face, I'm sure I couldn't hit the basket.
A chance at 2. And Stumpf, a rare miss from the free throw line. But a chance to split the pair. And it's good, so lead expanding as Eli Stumpf picks up his 7th point of the evening. In deep, that one deflected, but into the hands of a blue jersey. Now attacking the basket well,
nice
and with
move.
the left hand, Ty Walburn.
Ty Walburn again going left. Here's us. Almost a steal.
That one clearly out of bounds at the baseline, not called though. Scholl will get a chance at 3, and they don't need it.
Well, that's the problem. You get a great effort by Olentangy down here, almost gets the steal, but when Big Walnut comes up with it, they have numbers. Scholl open from the corner.
Going back and forth with 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, 49-26.
Olentangy just not able to really cut into this lead.
Seems like every time that they've gotten something started, within seconds, Big Walnut responds just as they do now.
Exactly. Big shot by Hatfield. Didn't have a lot of time, but just caught, released, scores the 3.
Page inside, battling, but no luck this time. Continuing to show press. Cam Patterson sends it out. Hatfield on the wing, working on Page.
Nice pass.
Now Patterson from 15 feet.
But just a great pass by Hatfield. All the pressure, all the help was on one side of the court. He made a baseball pass to the other for a short jumper.
Now a 3 ball, this time from Denlinger.
And again, that's what Olentangy likes to do, penetrate, kick. Just couldn't connect.
And hammered underneath the basket. Eli Stumpf will now go to the line, as that's the 5th team foul, and both teams are in the bonus.
Well, coming out of halftime, I'm sure Big Walnut, the coaching staff, was talking about, let's just keep this lead. If we increase it, great, but let's not lose the lead. If we can go into the fourth quarter with a comfortable lead, then we can really be patient, disciplined, do our thing.
Eli Stumpf with his 8th point of the evening, and now an opportunity to extend this lead to 30.
I didn't see this coming.
I didn't either. I mean, I think that's something we were talking about beforehand, is we thought this was going to be a pretty evenly matched game.
Exactly.
And didn't really expect a blowout like this.
No, not at all. And I don't think the coaches did either, to be honest.
Bowers over the basket and into the hands of Stumpf. I don't know if that was a lob or a missed shot, but it worked out for him just the same.
It looked like a nice pass. It looked like a beautiful pass to the open player. Big Walnut still being aggressive.
Looking inside, Olentangy moving the ball nicely now as we're inside of 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Thinking about the shot.
You don't have the luxury to be patient. Big time knockdown though. Not bad for a little freshman.
That one deflected out of bounds. Olentangy crowd, give them credit, trying to do everything they can to get their squad back into this one.
And I see the coaches are up also. When they see a good play, they're applauding it. And you know, it's hard to be positive right now, but you got to be positive.
Hatfield with 11 points, passes it back out. So after 3 quarters of play, Big Walnut leading this one 58-29 over Olentangy here in the Eagles Nest. Stay with us for fourth quarter action as we close this one out.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Bryce Carter with the OH Report here at the Eagles Nest, and 3/4 of play have transpired in a commanding lead set by the Big Walnut Golden Eagles here, 58-29 over Olentangy.
Well, if you're Olentangy, the good is you scored 19 points in the quarter. The bad is you gave up 24.
Yeah. Now a huge rejection down low. And a lot of contact underneath the basket. Page will go to the line for 2.
But that is possibly the first possession of the night where Olentangy had multiple looks. There's 1, 2, 3 shots at the basket. They draw the foul. For the most part, Big Walnut is just, we're going to give you 1 shot, and that's it.
That one too hard off the back iron.
I do like this freshman, though. I can see why people are so high on him.
Definitely has the right elements there, the craftiness, the speed, and just the basketball intelligence. Carson Scholl attacking the basket on the fast break, and he's fouled.
Carson Scholl's such a good three-point shooter. I think going into tonight, he's only made 4, maybe 5 shots inside the 3.
I saw that.
And he doesn't like, he doesn't go inside much. I don't know if he doesn't like it, doesn't feel comfortable, but he did that time, and he drew the foul.
And this is the first of 2 at the free throw line. Now second
His
chance
first
from the
miss
charity
of the
strike.
well, I don't know if he missed last night, but he doesn't go to the foul line much. Again, if you stay outside 3, you're not going to go to the line a lot.
Page stepping into a 3-pointer, and he gets it.
Now they start to get hot. Scholl from long range again.
That one way offline on the air ball. 59-33 remaining.
Nice drive.
7 minutes remaining. No dice that time. Carved himself a nice little driving lane, but just couldn't finish.
He did have a nice attack to close out. Drove nice, just couldn't finish.
Bowers guarded by Denlinger.
Nice back door. Nice left hand. Eli Stump showing us a little bit right there.
Athletic showing right hand, but ended up taking it left. Athletic play for a sophomore. Walburn attacks, sends it out to Denlinger. Page on the weave in the left hand.
There you go again. Nice penetration. Get in the paint.
Stump looking back door to McCruter with the left hand of his own.
Nice catch. That wasn't an easy pass to catch.
Walburn clanks it off the backboard, but it ends up back in his hands. Page seeing space, attacks it. Can't get it to go with the left hand. Quentin Page goes up. A lot of contact. Someone lost their shoe in that exchange.
But again, I think Olentangy is showing more aggressiveness this quarter than they have the entire game. I wouldn't want Ulysses Ponder to guard me. He just seems to be hard-nosed.
Very active in the hands as well.
Very active, and is not going to let you have anything easy.
Quentin Page to the line for 2, the 6'3" junior. And a whole host of subs coming in for Big Walnut. Notably, Drew Harris, the freshman, coming back into the game. Quentin Page's second free throw is good.
Olentangy's pressure has just not created any turnovers tonight.
Couple that with just not able to find the bottom of the basket, and it's been a rough night for them.
Boy, that first half was, that's one they're not going to enjoy watching on film.
A 3-ball from Harris in rhythm. Offensive rebound goes to McCruter, and he puts it back, his 10th point of the night.
And he's played a nice game, really played well early in the game, and you know, his dunk kind of set the start for Big Walnut. I believe that's the freshman's, second three tonight?
It is, and lead now cut to 25. Hatfield attacking the basket, looking down low, decides to take it himself. It's too short on the floater. Now all the way up the floor. Page with the right hand, and it's good, taking the sure points.
And one of the few times tonight where Olentangy gets a little bit of a run. 5 straight points for the Braves.
Out to the wing. About 6 feet behind the 3-point line. Dishes it inside. Pollock takes it up. Can't get it the first time. Takes it up, and he's going to go to the line for an and one opportunity.
And he got smacked in the mouth. Nice offensive rebound. Goes back up. Doesn't get the chance to see the rim, but he knows where it is. Lays it in and gets the foul.
Chance at the 3-point play almost halfway through the fourth quarter, and Big Walnut already has 67 points on the night.
Yeah, they're a team that averages just under 70 points, so they're hitting their standard. It's Olentangy that's well under theirs.
Looking for some room. Mangham sends it out to Heyer. Heyer working off the screen. Dish down low to the block. That one rejected by McCruter. Hatfield pulls up from 3 at the top of the key. No good, as just too short. Rebound goes to Josh Beck.
Nice attack.
Mangham pump faking.
Here's an example of attacking a closeout. The defense not in control, as we see in the replay. Not in control, and he just attacks it right away. Picks up the foul, and so close to getting the and one.
And an opportunity to give himself 5 points on the night. Lead scorer for the Braves is Robert Page with 10. The other side of things, Brody Hatfield has 14 points on the night. McCruter with 10. And Pollock with 8.
I hate to ask who was the leading scorer at halftime when the team only had 10.
Yeah. Facing a little bit more pressure out of the inbounds, but easily getting it to the center. Hatfield thought about it for a second, realized it was just a bit too far out. Hit one around there earlier tonight on a buzzer beater, though. Hatfield in the corner, thought about the 3, decides to take it on the drive, and moving laterally to the basket, ends up swishing it.
A little bit of a fadeaway also. Again, it's always good to see shots inside the paint, or outside the paint, inside the 3.
Now McCruter acting like they got numbers. Hatfield rolls it with the finger roll.
Too easy if you're Olentangy. Giving it up too easy.
McCruter looks ahead. Intended receiver Pollock. Robert Page with the interception. Moving it down into the corner. Josh Beck with the 3.
Nice ball movement. Make the extra pass, get a better shot. Able to knock it down.
Working off the screen, dishing it on a little bit of a lob, and McCruter ends up with it in his hands, and it's an easy basket off the backboard.
I'm not sure, did he lose control of the ball, or was that a pass?
Tough. Take a look, looked a little errant to me.
Yeah, but either way, it worked. Nice strong move that time by Mangham. He's had a couple of nice drives to his left.
Now substitutions being made by both sides.
This is one of those games, if you're Olentangy, you wish it was a Friday and you had a game Saturday.
Yeah.
So you had something to prepare for tomorrow.
Now Harris attacking the rim
nice
aggressively
move.
with the right hand, moving away from the basket.
Nice move, you're right. Just a nice strong move to the hoop.
And a foul is called. We'll stop play. 1:37 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Well, the one good thing is some guys that maybe didn't get a chance to play last night for Big Walnut are getting a chance to get in tonight with, 1:30, 2 minutes left. And they work hard in practice, so it's nice to reward them.
Some valuable time in a varsity game, and it really does make a difference when you see the level of comfort of guys who have been playing varsity for a long time when they've worked in those minutes for them.
Oh, no question. No question. It's tough to replace experience.
Both teams getting a little bit of that now. And time is called. I think just to make a substitution.
I think that's what, just to make a sub here and just before a Big Walnut turnover.
Leo Weatherby, the 6-foot junior, will check in. Let's see who's on the floor here. Cam Patterson, Tyler Goatsman.
Downtown, not able to connect.
Yuku Baden, also on the floor. Inside of 60 seconds, gonna try the three. Walburn, too hard off the back iron.
Well, in the closing minute, we've seen a couple of downtown three-point attempts. Not able to connect. Nice pass inside.
To the free throw line, the shot. Too much mustard on that one. Goatsman can't get the basket. Rebound goes to Olentangy. Picked up on the trap. He finds an outlet.
Well, even these guys are coming in late for Big Walnut, aren't allowing you to get to the paint.
And a try at that one. 5 seconds remaining, though. They're just going to dribble this out. And after 4 quarters of play, the Big Walnut Golden Eagles win this one 75-50 over the Olentangy Braves. Stay with us for the MVP interview and the post-game show coming up shortly.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
here with the BS Media MVP player of the game, and it's Brody Hatfield. Had 18 points on the night, 7 assists from the point guard position. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So last game, not necessarily what you wanted, definitely less than optimal. What was the mentality to kind of rally the troops between last night to tonight to have such a successful result?
I think we all were very disappointed after last night. We came in this morning at 7:30, had a good 2-hour film session with Coach. I think we all realized we need to focus a lot more on defense and play together as a team on offense, move the ball, less selfish overall as a team, and just play together.
And from last night tonight, what do you think was the biggest difference? Was it the energy? Was it the defense that really gave you the edge here?
Yeah, I'd say our energy off the bat, our defense off the bat. We started off hot. We realized that we can create offense off of our defense, which we haven't been doing in these losses that we've had. But yeah, we focused a lot on defense and getting a high energy.
And a lot of basketball still yet to be played, about the middle part of the season. What do you feel you're most excited about, or what are you most looking forward to?
I think that's just seeing us grow, and we can show that this week with Westfield North, with how we compete with them. We got another more big games coming up throughout the season, conference games. Our conference is tough with Delaware, North, South. I think we can showcase our improvement from the start of the year throughout the season.
And, you know, you had a great season last year and a lot of expectations on you all on this team. I mean, just the entire athletics department at Big Walnut. As a team and as an individual, how do you kind of like mentally manage some of those expectations so you can play well?
I mean, I think we've had expectations for a long time. My class has been pretty good for a long time, and we've had to deal with the expectations, especially coming off a year in football with a great year in football. Moving into the basketball season, I think everyone expects us to do well just based on our athleticism and chemistry, but it's been fine. I think we just got to focus on ourselves and see what we can improve each day of practice.
And talking about that transition from football season to basketball season, made it all the way into the Final Four, and talking to some folks around, they talk about maybe a transition period of maybe a little too aggressive on the defensive front. Talk about what that looks like moving from a really successful football program into a successful basketball program.
You know, it's definitely good that we went far in football, but it also sucks because we missed a whole month basically to prepare with our team. But I think we did pretty well with getting as much as we could in about 2 weeks before our first game, but it definitely does suck a little bit. We missed 30 days, a whole month, without our coach, without our team, working on everything we should be working on in a normal team would be working on, but I think it's fine. We're improving after tonight.
Anyone you want to shout out tonight?
Drew Harris, freshman, number 23. He came in, gave good minutes.
Stepped up. I didn't even have him on my varsity roster.
Yeah, he plays some JV, but he came in and gave us good minutes tonight.
Absolutely. Brody Hatfield, we'll see you at the Westerville North game. We'll be there reporting as you all take to the road. 18 points, 7 assists tonight. Congratulations, Brody.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
OH Report post-game show here at the Eagles Nest of Big Walnut High School in Sunbury, Ohio. Big Walnut Golden Eagles picking up a decisive victory here, 75-50 over Olentangy. And from the very jump, it was all Big Walnut tonight.
It was. You know, I look back at the very beginning, and Big Walnut was more aggressive, as we talked about. It just seemed like they wanted the ball. They got every loose ball, every 50-50 ball. They were getting offensive rebounds. Olentangy was having a difficult time. Well, hey, the first half, Olentangy scores 10 points. We were talking up here, were they going to get to 30 even? Well, they were able to get to 30, a much better effort in the second half, but the game was over early, and Big Walnut put them away early.
Taking a look at that score breakdown here. 15-6 after one quarter of play, 19-4 in the second quarter. But Olentangy putting up a fight here, 24-19, and then finally winning that fourth quarter, 21-17.
Well, you know, again, they 10 points in the first half. It's hard to get back in a ball game when you only score 10 points in the half. Now, yes, they came out in the third quarter, scored 19 points. From an offensive point of view, yeah, much better effort. But they gave up over 20. So the effort still wasn't there at both ends of the court. And to be successful, you have to be able to play at both ends. And Big Walnut offensively was just on each quarter tonight. Defensively, they kind of let up, probably relaxed a little bit in the second half, and let Olentangy have a little bit of a run.
Taking a look at our final stats of the night, Olentangy with 12 two-pointers, 4 three-pointers, 23 rebounds, 11 turnovers, 19 fouls, 10 for 14 from the charity stripe for Big Walnut, 17 field goals, 6 three-pointers, 30 rebounds, 11 turnovers, 17 fouls, and 8 for 10 from the free throw line. So a drastic turnaround for them after last night. Taking a look at who's on the docket next for Olentangy. They're going to be taking on Dublin Jerome on the 11th at 7:30. And for Big Walnut on the 9th, they're going to be taking on Westerville North at Westerville North. We will be at that game, bringing it to you live and free from Westerville North High School at 7 p.m.
One of the best teams, if not the best team in Central Ohio. Obviously, Olentangy Orange will say they are. They very well could be, but Westerville North is right there with them. Reynoldsburg, that's going to be a tall task on Thursday for Big Walnut.
Wrapping things up, I'm Bryce Coder, your play-by-play commentator and director for the evening. Joined on camera by Colin Crisp and up in the booth by Gregg Collins on color commentary, joining us down here in Sunbury. If you'd like to see your business featured on Big Walnut basketball games this season, contact Brian Skronsky with a call or text at 970-629-0006. That's 970-629-0006. All Eagles games will be broadcast live and free on OH Report YouTube and Facebook channels. For you listening at home, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and have a great rest of your night.